Hey everybody, it's Michael Goldsman here with you. A few months ago, I had begun a series of clearings that I want to continue in this video. And the series addresses individual as well as global issues that are coming up for us all over the planet. And in these clearings, I want to give us an experience of personal clearing, but I also wanted to offer an opportunity for us who may feel like we don't know how to be a healing presence on the planet during this time of great complexity and divisiveness. How can we actually join together in a field that this clearing will represent, and where we can strengthen the field of positivity and allow this higher intelligence that we are individually and collectively plugged into to be able to help us with solving some of these complex and challenging issues while we personally receive and feel this clearing. And as we do this and come together on this video on YouTube, we're able to also input this collective field that we're gathering together to create into the collective without trying to necessarily put down something and to raise something else. What we're doing in these clearings is bringing in broad spectrum themes. And in today's clearing, we're going to focus on our connection with the earth, with nature, our connection with our body, our connection, therefore, even with humanity and its connection to the earth. This is something I think we could probably all agree on is at a critical juncture on our planet for various reasons. So we would like, I think, to have a healthy planet. We would like the planet to be healthy. We would like those on the planet to be treating the planet in a healthy way. So why don't we join together in this clearing so that we can do this, it's almost like a prayer work that we're going to do together. What I mean by prayer, though, is that we're not going to be asking for some external being to do something for us. That's not what prayer really is. It's not what powerful prayer is. Powerful prayer is knowing that Spirit is right where we are. And our actions, when they're aligned with our higher sense of Spirit, of humanity, with the higher qualities of unconditional love and peace, that our actions are the actions of Spirit in the world. So if you'd like to join me in this clearing, just keep watching. Maybe settle into a comfortable, relaxed space. You can close your eyes if you'd like. You don't have to. And I'm going to begin to bring in, tap us into this field of energy. I'm going to move my hands just a little bit to kind of get that feeling of energy moving. I'm going to begin to tap in for us into this collective field now. So even as you just watched this video, you're basically just giving your consent that you want to receive and participate. I don't have to know who you are in advance. The energy field is beginning to build. It's beginning to quicken. Now notice, for this field to build, I don't and you do not have to try to beg and plead for some being to help and fix. I look at Spirit more as a presence rather than as a person. And so we're just able to begin to tap in. So we're just going to ask for, when I say the word ask, I'm using that as a term to just specify intentions of how we want to work with this energy, okay? So I'm just asking for a protected space to be around you and me. And we are also intending, as we hold and anchor the space individually, as I am individual and you as an individual watch it, we are also making the intention that we work on these issues globally and collectively. We don't always know. One thing to do or to stop doing is going to fix every problem on the earth. It's often much more complicated than that, but we do know that behind the symptoms and problems, there are these qualities that we're all looking for somehow in our own unique ways. Those qualities, I would say today, deep down, for all of us, we're looking for the earth to be a safe place. We're looking for us to honor the earth and for the earth to continue to support and honor us. So we're going to focus first on the global issue of environmental destruction, okay? We're going to ask for clearing on that particular issue. If we knew and felt that the earth is necessary for our survival, and it is, we wouldn't want there to be destruction on the earth of our home, of our mother. So we don't have to come up with a solution right now. We're going to tap in to this frequency of spirit lifting, clearing blocks, and helping us to come to a place individually and collectively where solutions are more possible, where we are ready or willing to tap into them. I want you to feel what's happening within your own being right now as you listen or watch. Breathing. The clearing is happening in the background. It's silent is how the clearing is happening. It's not the words that I'm saying. There's an energy that's moving. So see if you can feel that. Many of you don't have to be prompted about that. You can feel it automatically. Let me look at my notes here. I want to also do a clearing on resource exploitation. Imagine, for instance, on a planet where waste that we create just simply goes back into the planet, goes back into us. I had a teacher of mine once say, why wouldn't we, from day one, create everything to be, recyclable, reusable, compostable, all of these kinds of things to help support the renewability, resources on the planet. So exploitation is kind of like an affront to that. Again, we don't have to come up with the actual thing that we're against or for right now. We're opening the consciousness. This is the work of prayer, by the way. The work of prayer is opening and accepting in consciousness individually, and also our intention here is to help to send this clearing out to all of those on the planet who are willing to receive it, even if they don't watch this video, so that we can begin to participate in the solution. We can begin to come into, let's get on with it. Let's help to create a world that works for everyone, rather than just a world that works for few, but then it costs others and even eventually all of us tremendous negative impacts. I'm going to ask for clearing around climate imbalance. I'm going to go right in there here. Issues with the climate. How do we address this? We already kind of know what we could and need to do. And for some reason, we can't seem to break through on that. So we're going upwards. We're going to a more expanded state here where there may be some resistance or blockages. And we're looking to help resolve and to alleviate globally and individually. Wherever we fall on any issue, the earth is our home. It needs to have air. How about fresh air, clean air for all of us? How about clean water for all of us? This is not a political issue, should not be a political issue. We each need this for our purity. And when that starts to get disrupted, dis-ease can really increase for the planet, for us individually, for our communities, all of these things. So we're going to focus here even more on the personal level, disconnection from the body. It's one way we have felt like, the earth, that's out there somewhere. And here I am in my nice air-conditioned space. I don't need the earth, right? We're asking for healing around disconnection from the body, feelings of disconnection, individually and collectively. Overconsumption. How do we live more in balance? Living in balance is the key, according to the Taoists. You expend energy, you have to intake an equivalent energy, just like you have to inhale and exhale. The earth, every rhythm on the planet is like that. In relationships and communities, rest and waking cycles, burning calories and eating, that's a cycle. How we work with the earth. Let's ask And by asking again, we're just intending for energy, clearing, uplifting. I call it quickening. I get that from my Christian background. Heard that term a lot as a kid. Quickening around overconsumption. And this can get us to another issue, individually and collectively, of survival, fear, trauma, ways in which we've been disconnected from our base, from who we are, from our root chakra. Feel this energy. And we're going to specify the intention here for clearing for us individually and collectively to restore the living covenant between humanity and the earth. Imagine that. Again, to me, should be an apolitical topic, right? If we were both all level-headed and just able to just say in a relaxed, peaceful, good-feeling way, of course we know we need this home that we have to be at balance and peace, and we need to be at balance and peace with it. Now, we don't send clearing or healing out as a way of forcing anything. We do it because at a subconscious level, at a higher self level, most people are actually receptive. They may sometimes be locked into their negative ego self and really not ready to change at that level yet, but at the higher self level, people are willing and ready. So let's just feel this clearing. Take a few breaths, just now with your own conscious mind and even hearing my words, let's just feel, yes, I am ready and willing to help participate, even through this clearing, but through other words, thoughts, actions I will take, no matter how small they may seem. I'm willing to participate in helping to create and co-create a world that works for everyone, a world that's sustainable. Why not? This is what we need, right? Let's agree on that. And the details of it, people who are of integrity, people who are of high mind can debate those details. But let's just agree on what is important here. And let's have our heart expand so that we feel the whole world and all of its inhabitants embraced in this particular clearing energy. Do you feel that energy around you and within you? Feeling. And you can rest assured that you're participating, just by watching this video, you're participating in helping to anchor in shifted energy for the collective. Now, I'm not saying that clearing work is the only thing we need to do. No. We need to also take mental, emotional, physical action, verbal action. We need to do that also. That's part of living in this 4-body system of spiritual, mental, emotional, physical. But the spiritual is often overlooked. And often it's because we're looking for a being, a sort of a projection, a mythical being to come in and fix everything. But we are the embodiments together of this presence that some call God or Spirit. And we need to co-create with that. I'm going to begin to sort of rub my hands together. I'm going to invite you to take your hands, place them maybe on your lower abdomen, right around your navel. Take a couple of deep breaths. We're going to ask to anchor this clearing in, make it permanent. Help each individual who is here actively watching this video to integrate, ground, bring their energy field closer back to their body again, physical body. And any energies or beings that we may have connected into, we're asking you to just kind of cut those cords or asking for those beings and energies to pull their energies back into the spiritual realms. Just place your mind and your attention into your lower abdomen for a few rounds of breathing. This is important to do whenever you do any kind of meditation or spiritually expansive practice. Ground and integrate. I would encourage you, as I say in all of my group clearings on my website, I would encourage you now to maybe go for a short walk, do something in the physical body that kind of anchors you, brings you down. A teacher of mine used to encourage people to do jumping or rebounding or get on a trampoline if you have that available. Even for 5 minutes, that can be very helpful. Again, bring the energy back into the body. I would love to hear your comments, feedback, questions. Please feel free to post below this YouTube video. You can always find me for individual work and also weekly ongoing group clearings on a variety of topics, as well as more than 400 past clearings that you can download right now and get all of the energy of those recordings on my website, clearandconnect.com. I'll link that below this video also. So, friends, wonderful to participate in this co-creation of a world that works for everyone with you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.